Memorial Hall has caused a bit of uproar in the last year on UK's campus with its depiction of people of color or minority groups. They do not feel comfortable with the mural being in the learning environment that they attend on a daily basis, and I for one agree with them. No one should ever feel uncomfortable in a learning environment. They should feel safe and peaceful and willing and able to learn what is being taught to them by the professor, because they are spending lots of time and money, and they should not have to worry about things like a mural depiction of their ancestors in a negative light to affect their studies. Moving the mural to a better location, like say the Fine Arts Museum, would be very beneficial, because then anyone who is interested in Kentucky history could therefore go to the museum and see it for themselves and not be a distraction for students that it has become recently. And I think that doing that would be beneficial for everyone, because the artwork does not have to be destroyed. It can be preserved, and there can be an explanation for its creation. In an article from Linda Blackford, a writer for the Lexington Herald-Leader, which has been a prestigious newspaper of Kentucky for many, many years, she discusses a meeting between the president of Kentucky, Eli Capilouto, and some African-American students about the mural, and that it should be moved to another location, which I stated I agreed with earlier, because moving the mural just benefits everyone involved. And also with this meeting, you can see that there is a clear dialogue between the heads of Kentucky and the students who voice their concerns, and that people can meet and come together and discuss these issues lightly and in a professional manner. I was also able to find a blog from the president of UK, Eli Capilouto, about the mural, and in his blog, he wrote about the tensions the mural is causing with some students, and he also talked about wanting all students to succeed together and to not be against one another. He also begins to say that the mural cannot stand alone without an explanation. Although he was not totally suggesting a move of the mural, it is obvious that he is open to dialogue about it, and desires that everyone feel comfortable on campus and that no one be left out and that their voice should be heard. Eli Capilouto himself is a Jewish man, and he grew up in the civil rights era, so he knows what inequality looks like and how people being treated unfairly can really affect them. In one more article I found from Scott Jaschik, he mentions in the article from his findings that students don't like having to see the mural on campus at all. He said, he quoted one student in saying he looks at the mural and at the black men and women toiling in the fields and receives terrible reminders of what his ancestors were subject to by his fellow human. That is a powerful remark to make from a student. So from someone who's still so young in their life, and to have those feelings be provoked is very powerful and should not go unnoticed, and it should really tug at your heartstrings, because to have the history of your people in a negative light seen in your face all day, every. With all that being said, my target audience for this would be minority students, to use their voices to evoke change where necessary, and also to the higher authorities of UK to make sure that they are at least listening to these concerns, and making sure that the students know that if they have concerns, that they can be heard and they can be talked about professionally and correctly, and everyone can come together and try to make UK a better place.